Greetings everyone, welcome to Chess Advanced. This is game 3 of set 2 where Firouzja has to win to be able to get the score tied down and maybe force an Armageddon. But in this position it's going to be very much difficult because it's Magnus who's with the white pieces, and definitely it could get very ugly. But here Magnus has blundered in time scramble, so maybe there's just hope for Firouzja after all. So without further ado, let's start with this game. Magnus starts with e4. We have c5, knight c3, just knight to f6, and here just going for e5, going for the Alepan Sicilian defense, and we have just knight to d5, knight to f3, b6, but here just d4, and we have c captures, knight captures, and here just bishop to b7, and just going for the c4, just trying to push that bishop out of the way. We have knight to b4, knight to c3, just g6, and here just a3, and we have knight 4 to c6, but we have this very nice bishop to f4. Now just all the pieces are almost going to be developed. You just want to put that bishop there and just castle, bishop to g7, but here just knight to f3. We have knight to a6, h4, h5, and here just b4. And here this is coming, so you have to be very much careful. And here just knight to c7, but just bishop to d3. And here we have knight to e6, bishop to g3, d6, and here just bishop to e4. We have castles by both player, and here the position is looking very rich for him. Here all you have to do is maybe just get the rooks into the game, connect the rooks, and maybe just get a battery, and all of this would be very well. Here rook to b8, but just rook to e1, and here we have d captures on e5 while Reza, but just bishop captures. And here after bishop captures on c6, we have knight captures on e5. That knight is a very amazing piece in this position. You have to be careful about those things. Rook to c8, but here just going for rook to c1, and we have knight to d4, just getting a beautiful knight out there in the middle of the board. But here it's going to be very much difficult because this is already threatened, though this could capture, but you have to be careful about the tactics. And here just knight to d5, and here just cutting off the defense to the knight, so knight has to move, but first just bishop captures knight. And here we have queen captures the other knight, and here in this position just bishop to b7. And you could trade in this position, and Alireza would be like, maybe I'll just go on and try to beat you in endgame. But here just queen to e3, and he's down to 2 minutes 55 seconds, while Magnus has well over 6 minutes. So it's going to be very much difficult to be able to do anything in this position. And here we have e6, a very nice blunder by here, because you have to understand that that queen is absolutely not trapped but doesn't have that many squares. Let's say here this rook e to d1 was played, which is the best move in this position. Now where are you moving the queen? If you move the queen here, it gets under the bishop shadow. Then I'll just play knight captures on g6. I'll just show you, because here knight captures on g6 and you're losing. Now you have to move the queen and you're losing the rook with the pawn. But here if you try to move it here, then comes this very nice knight to d7, and here that rook is falling no matter what you do. So you're going in exchange down early in the opening, and it would be absolutely terrible. So he tried queen to f6 in this position, but it's the same idea. We have knight to d7, just going for this very nice fork, and queen to moves to b2, but here just knight captures. We have rook captures, c5, b captures, and Alireza is in exchange down. He's in a completely losing position, but he has to understand that if he doesn't win this, he doesn't force an Armageddon, and that would mean that Magnus wins the Esports World Cup and takes away $250,000. So here just bishop to c6. When $250,000 is on the board, you have to be very much careful. But here when you're made a blunder, it's always better to try and fight out till the end. And Magnus, we have seen Magnus make blunders, so he has to be very much on the, like, his eyes wide open and seeing for any tactical shots that he can give. So rook to b1 attacking the queen, queen to c2, but here just going for bishop to e5, asking for a trade. As many pieces as Magnus trades, he's going to be in a completely winning position. Here just f6, just not allowing that trade to happen, but bishop to e5 attacking the rook, and here just rook to e8, rook b to c1 attacking the queen. Once the queen moves, here just queen to f4 asking for a queen trade. If the queen trade happens, it's going to be a completely losing position. So here just e5, saying that I'm going to trade, but we're going to trade on my terms. But just queen captures, g captures, rook to b1, but now just king to f7. We have rook to b8, and just rook to e6, rook to c8, but just bishop to e4, and here we have c6. And it was on this move, on move 39, that Alireza Firouzja resigned the game, and with that Magnus Carlsen goes over and wins the Esports World Cup and takes away $250,000. And not only that, he won the set 1 with 3-1, he won set 2 with 3-1. So he won actually 6 games and lost just 1 game in both of these matches. That's an absurd amount of perfect games that he has played, and he was an absolute beast both on time, positional play, and everything. He was playing tactical shots like he was eating them for breakfast, and he absolutely obliterated Alireza Firouzja. He didn't just win. On every single flank, Magnus was better, be it positionally or be it on time or be it on anything else. He deserved this win, and he absolutely got it by obliterating almost world number 8, and almost after Hikaru the fastest player in chess. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll be coming back with games like these. So stay tuned to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. Thank you all.